All right, welcome back. It's been a busy day for baseball. It's a busy day in the community too. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Um, Dave Gardner has a big F-ball and I guess sort of general chat going on. David Baseball Demos doing a game of the week from Modern Times. Let me double check that here for you as we do this. So what's he doing here? Just to make sure here. Yeah, there's something alive here, or it's a premiere. It's a premiere. That's what it is. It's a premiere. So right now he's doing 1993 Texas Rangers, I presume, at Chicago White Sox, and then Dave Gardner is doing 70 points and other odds and ends, and not quite sure what that means. I guess that's some f-ball. So there we go. But I just wanted to do this, and let's do this. This is the Castro McGregor League, comprised of 15 dead ball teams, 15 19th century teams. We did 19th century earlier. It was the Wolverines and the Brown Stockings, and the Brown Stockings put an absolute smackdown on the St. Louis Browns, and we also simmed out some games. All right, so this would be the 1915 Philadelphia Phillies versus the 1905 New York Giants. The Phillies 1-0, the Giants 0-1. This will be George Chalmers taking the hill for the Phillies, and Red Ames will be taking the mound for the New York Giants. And let's get underway. All right. For the Phillies, leading off at shortstop, Dave Bancroft batting second. At third base, Milt Stock batting third. At first base, Fred Luteris batting cleanup. In right field, Gavy Kravitz, who is playing with a slight injury, batting fifth. In left field, Bills Becker batting sixth. Center field, Dode Paskard batting seventh. Rabbit Bill Killefer batting eighth. Second baseman, Bert Niehoff, and batting ninth, George Chalmers. This will be making his first start of this season. For the hometown New York Giants, leading off at third base, Art Devlin batting second. In left field, Sam Murdy's batting third. In center field, Mike Donlin batting cleanup. At first base, Dan McGann batting fifth. Shortstop, Bad Bill Dolan batting sixth. And catching, the Duke of Tralee, Roger Bresnahan batting seventh. At second base, Sammy Strang batting eighth. Right fielder, George Brown batting ninth. And pitching, Red Ames making his first start of the season. So let's see what we have here. Everybody seemed to like the batter's box thing, so I think we'll leave batter's box up for a while. So we are on our way to the Polo Grounds, and we have clear skies. It's 41 degrees, and the wind blowing left to right at 13 miles per hour. And we got the hardcore man here himself, Cousin Ken Castro, eschewing some modern baseball for some baseball. And there's Aaron Reed here with us as well. Welcome in, guys. We're just about ready to get started. Let's go to the Polo Grounds, and we'll keep working with the... everybody seemed to like that little angle that we did. We call it the Chris Slovic angle. And here we are, very early Polo Grounds. All right, Dave Bancroft will lead it off, 3 for 4 in the early season with a run batted in. Red Ames will finish his warm-up pitches, and we will do a little fly around this early Polo Grounds. 1905. Courtesy of Mike Silva. Here is the pitch. I forgot to do the, for the Phillies, I forgot to do the high Sox. So this one, base hit to right for Dave Bancroft, and we are underway on the 1-0 pitch. Milt Stock now in there for the Phillies. He's 2 for 4. Red Ames ready to deal here. Ames can mix the stuff up pretty good. Here's the pitch. And Stock swings. This one line center field. Base hit. Milt Stock has himself a single. Bancroft moves to second. So 2-1. Nobody down here for Philadelphia. Brings up the first baseman, Fred Luteris, 1 for 5. And in the Myths League that I'm doing, I'm going to actually make Fred Luteris the starting first baseman for most of the games. All right. So Red Ames, the 3-1 delivery to Luteris. Luderus swings high, pop fly on the infield, and coming in from second base, calling for it and waiting for it to eventually come down will be Sammy Strang, catching it for out number 1. All right, Gavin Kravitz has a home run already in this season. He's 1 for 5, 2 runs batted in. The 1-2 delivery to Kravitz from Ames. Ames swings, and this one, sharp grounder to short. 6-4-3 double play initiated by Bad Bill Dolan. So Philadelphia turned away with the inning-ending double play. We head to the bottom of the first. The Phillies nothing, and the 1905 New York Giants coming to bat, leading it off here. Third baseman Art Devlin. George Chalmers has the sign. Chalmers, as a pitcher, good control. Making his first appearance. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Devlin swings, and this one, high fly ball to center field. Ranging in on it is Dode Paskert, and he makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down now for the left fielder, Sam Mertes. He is 1 for 4 with a run batted in. Chalmers with the 3-1. And Mertes sends this one to left field. Diving stop in left field. Great catch by Beals Becker in left field, and that one deserves another look. Watch Becker covering a lot of ground, dives and makes the diving catch, showing that little snow cone in the glove. So 2 quick outs here for the Giants in the bottom of the first, and here's Turkey Mike Donlin, 1 for 4. Chalmers with the 2-1 delivery to Donlin. Donlin cuts on this one, fouled on the left-hand side, and making a catch is Milt Stock. So the Giants go 1-2-3. We go to the top of the second inning, and we are scoreless. Donlin says that he leads his NL Bats League in batting average. I think for the action camera, we're going to switch this to wide and see what that looks like. All right, Red Ames will face Bills Becker, Dode Paskert, and Rabbit Bill Killefer. Ames into the windup. Here's the pitch to Becker, and Becker sends this one to second base, and fielding it cleanly, Sammy Strang, firing on to Dan McGann at first for the 4-3 putout. So 1 away here in the top of the second. Loving the Bats League that you're doing, cousin. Really, really, really good. And I've got to just fire up this older laptop that I have so I can create a couple 1890s players and bring that into Baseball for Windows. So really looking forward to that one. All right, Ames to deal to Paskert now. Paskert is nothing so far on the season. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Paskert swings. This one popped on the infield. Calling for it and making the catch is Sammy Strang. So 2 up, 2 down now for Rabbit Killefer. He's 2 for 4. The 1-1 pitch to Killefer. Killefer swings, and this one, base hit, past shortstop into center field. Killefer making the wide turn at first, but he's going to hold there at first. And Bert Niehoff will come in now for the Phils. 1 for 4 in the season, 2 away, no score, top of the second. Red Ames checks the runner, comes home. Niehoff deals this one, fly ball, center field, and that one is in there for a base hit. So Killefer at second, and we're going to try to, let me see if we can get an overhead on that one. Okay. All right, here's pitcher George Chalmers making his first plate appearance. The 2-1 delivery, 2-on. Chalmers swings, and this one grounded to second, and taking it to the bag himself is Sammy Strang. So Sammy showed up to play some defense today. Philadelphia picks up 2 hits. We have no scores. We go to the bottom of the second. And the number 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for the New York Giants of 1905. Dan McGann, Bill Dolan, and Roger Bresnahan. McGann 2 for 4 in the season. Chalmers deals the 1-2 pitch. And this one hits McGann. He'll take his base. So hit batsman here in the bottom of the second, and the Giants with a runner aboard, and it brings up Bad Bill Dolan, who is 0 for 4. So looking at McGann here at first base. Chalmers deals, And McGann goes, and a nice bunt by Dolan. The only play to first will be for the putout, and Dan McGann moves to second on the play. So Dolan with the sacrifice, one down now for the Duke of Tralee, who is nothing for three. Clinton Parks, welcome in. As Ken talks about his bats project, he says one of his favorite projects he's done in some time. Glad to hear it, cousin. And welcome in, Clinton. Good to see you. Appreciate all the box scores that Clinton sends me in my inbox. Appreciate it. All right, here is the Duke of Tralee. Chalmers with the 3-2 pitch. Bresnahan swings. This one a comebacker to the mound. Chalmers up with it, and he will fire to Luderus at first to retire Roger Bresnahan. Dan McGann moves to third on the play, and it brings up Sammy Strang, playing some nice second base here today for the Gothams. Strang 1 for 3 with a run batted in. Chalmers deals, swung on, fly ball, center field, calling for it, and bringing it down, making the catch is Dode Paskard. So the New York Giants, no runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left. We are scoreless as we head to the top of the third inning. Dave Bancroft will lead it off here, followed by Milt Stock and Fred Luderus for the 1915 Philadelphia Phillies. And Ken Castro commenting on what Cousin just sent him. He says, thank you, Clinton. That's real baseball. Red Ames deals to Beauty Bancroft. Here's the pitch. Bancroft swings, hard grounder to first, and fielding it and taking it to the bag himself is Dan McGann for out number 1. Milt Stock, 1 for 1, has one of the 4 Phillies hits here. Singled back in the first. Stock swings, hard grounder, sharp grounder to third. Up with that one, though, is Art Devlin. Fires across the diamond to Dan McGann. So 2 up, 2 down now for the Phillies first baseman, Fred Luderus. Nothing for 1. Ames into the wind, and the 1-0 pitch. And Luderus swings. This one grounded hard to second in plenty of time for Sammy Strang to retire the side. The Phillies go in order. We go to the bottom of the third, and we are scoreless. George Chalmers will face George Brown, Red Ames, and Art Devlin. So, 4 hits in this game thus far. Chalmers with the payoff pitch to Brown. And that one just inside, ball 4. So New York with the lead runner aboard, and it brings up Red Ames now. First plate appearance of the season for him. They'll be looking bunt, slate outfield shift toward the right. Here's the pitch. Ames shows bunt. It's a good one. Down there in the no man's land where he wanted to be. Red Ames with the sacrifice will move George Brown into scoring position for the Giants. So 1 away now, and we're back at the top of the order for the Giants, and Art Devlin, who's nothing for 1. Devlin swings, and this one drilled high to center field, and going back on it, and it's making the catch. What a play by Dode Paskard out there in center field. Let's have a look at that one again. 104 miles an hour off the bat of Devlin, and Dode Paskard, the over-the-shoulder catch in the center pasture as we are in the Gloman here at the Polo Grounds. All right, here's Sam Murdy's now. He has nothing for 1. George Brown in scoring position at second. 2 down, no score. Here's the delivery. Murdy's checks his swing, and the ump says he goes around. So that is it for the Giants. A walk, a man left in scoring position. We go to the 4th. For the Giants, and no score. So for the Phillies, it will be Gavy Kravitz, Beals Beckert, and Dode Paskard. Red Ames into his wind, and the delivery. Kravitz grounded out to short last time. This one lined to right and down into the glove of George Brown. So 1 down here for Beals Becker. Becker, nothing for 1. Ames lets it go. And this one grounded hard to short, diving stop, but unable to come up with the ball is Bad Bill Dolan. So they're going to credit Beals Becker with the infield hit. So that's hit number 5 for the Philadelphia Phillies of 1915. And Dode Paskard comes to the plate now. He has nothing for 1. Red Ames checks the runner, deals to Paskert. Paskert swings. This one's soft liner to left. This will get down for a base hit. Philadelphia with its 6th hit. Becker making a turn at second, fading towards third, but will stay. So 2 on for Philadelphia for Rabbit Bill Killefer. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Red Ames with a 1-0 delivery. Killefer swings. This one line to left, base hit. And this is going to go to the wall, extra bases. Killefer's going to have at least 1 run batted in. Making the turn to third, coming home, a play at the plate, and Dode Paskert is gunned down. Outfield assist by Sam Mertes, but the Philadelphia Phillies score a run here and break the scoreless deadlock. It is 1-0. 7 hits for the Phils in this game. Runner at third base for Philadelphia, and that will be Killefer. And here is Bert Niehoff now. Ames from the stretch. The count 2-2. Bert Niehoff sends this one left field. But this one will get down for a base hit. So coming in to score is Rabbit Killefer and the Phillies. 2-0. The Phillies coming into this game, winning their home opener, or the season opener, I should say. Ames now ready to deal to the pitcher, George Chalmers, for the Phillies. The Phillies have a runner at first and Bert Niehoff. The 2-0 delivery from Ames. Chalmers swings, weak little nibbler there to short, and they will go to second to get the lead runner. However, the Phillies pick up a pair, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Phillies 2 and the New York Giants 1, and the Giants will send up Mike Donlin, Dan McGann, and Bill Dolan. All right, here we come. And Dolan first, or swinging on the 0-1 pitch, base hit center field, and that will break up the no-hitter. So a runner aboard, Mike Donlin, and here is the number 4 hitter, Dan McGann. He was plunked last time. This one grounded to third, and they are not going to get the double play. So Donlin with the hard slide, breaking up a potential double play. So McGann at first, and here's Bad Bill Dolan. The 1-2 pitch. Dolan swings. This one grounded weakly to short, and the play at first, they get him by a step. Tough play there for Bert Niehoff, but he gets him. All right. Flashing the leather there at second base. And now stepping in is Roger Bresnahan. He is 0-for-1. McGann checks Chalmers checks McGann at second. The 0-1 pitch. Bresnahan, line drive between first and second, right field. And coming around to score, the throw at the plate, and they got him. Outfield assist as Dan McGann is gunned down at the plate. Great play out there in right field by Gabby Kravitz. New York fails to do anything. We go to the top of the 5th. 2-0. Let's have another look at that outfield assist by Gabby Kravitz out there in right field. Bresnahan, so nice little seeing eye single there between first and second, but Kravitz up with the ball. And yeah, McGann is dead to rights by about 15 feet. All right. So 2-0 your score here in the top of the 5th, as Sakuni 007 says, let's go Phillies. So at least 2 Phillies fans. Well, there's 2 of you watching, so it would be 2 Phillies fans in here, you and Ken. All right, here is Beauty Bancroft. He is 1-for-2. Red Ames into his wind, and the 2-2 pitch. Bancroft grounded out last time in this one. Blooper to second, and Sammy Strang with the play. So 1 up, 1 down now for Milt Stock, 1-for-2. The 2-2 offering from Red Ames. And I'm ignoring that. All right, so Stock is retired for the second out of the inning, and pardon me for the ringing bell here. All right, Fred Luteris, 0-for-2. Ames deals. The 2-2 pitch. And base hit, right field. Yeah, in the middle of a game, and when people know I'm in a game, I'm not going to answer the phone. All right, here is Gabby Kravitz now. Runner at first, 2 down. Red Ames delivers the 1-2 pitch to Kravitz. Kravitz swings, and this one, line to left. This will get down for a base hit. And having trouble with it out there in left field is Sam Mertes. And so they're going to score that one in error. So single and E7. Kravitz at second, Luderus at third. And here come the Phils with 2 outs and 2 in scoring position. Hey, I'm doing baseball, man. It is what it is. Doing baseball. Can't answer the phone when I'm doing baseball. All right, here is Beals Becker. He is 1 for 2 in the game. Phillies up 2-0, already at 10 hits here in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Becker swings, and this one, fly ball, center field. And making the catch on this is Turkey Mike Donlin. So the Phils have 2 base runners in the inning and strand both in scoring position. Do not score. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The 1915 Phillies to the 1905 Giants. Nothing. So 2 World Series teams here. Phillies making their first trip to the World Series in 1915. And, of course, the Giants would have been in the 1904 series, but John McGraw refused to play in the 1904 World Series. So their first trip to the series, 1905, as they would say. Sammy Strang for the Giants, George Brown, and Red Ames, George Chalmers. With the full count to Strang, the wind, and fastball missing, ball 4. So Chalmers has walked his second in the game, and stepping in there now is George Brown. Chalmers deals, and Brown sends this one to right field, and this will get down for a base hit. Kravitz making the throw into third, and Sammy Strang in there. So runners at the corners now for the New York Giants, making some noise. Brown at first, Strang at third for the pitcher Red Ames. Chalmers works in the stretch. Sacrifice last time for Ames, and showing bunt and misses that for strike 1. Here's the pitch. Ames shows bunt again. This one back to the mound. The only play will be to first. Sacrifice successful as Ames is retired. Brown will move into scoring position. And we're back at the top of the order for the third baseman, Art Devlin, who is nothing for 2. The 1-2 pitch. Devlin swings. Grounded deep to first, and up with this one. Close play at first, and they're not going to get him. They are not going to get him. So Art Devlin with the infield single and an RBI, scoring Sammy Strang. George Brown moves to third, and the New York Giants have cut the Phillies' lead in half. It is now 2-1. 1 away here for Sam Mertes. Runners at the corners. Devlin at first, and George Brown at third. Sam Mertes nothing for 2. Chalmers from the stretch, and the 1-0. And the runner goes, and it is a strike by Killiford to gun down Art Devlin. So 2 down now, and a runner on third. Mertes back in the box. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Mertes swings. Little number to third. They're not going to get Mertes. Infield hit. It's an RBI, and the Giants even it up here in the bottom of the 5th. We are tied at 2. Got us a good ball game going on here as Mike Donlin steps in, the number 3 hitter. He is 1 for 2. Chalmers deals, runner on first, Sam Mertes. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Turkey Mike swings, grounder to first, and taking it to the bag himself is Fred Luderus. However, the New York Giants tie it up with 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the 6th. And it will be Dode Paskert, Rabbit Killiford, and Bert Niehoff due up for the Philadelphia Phillies of 1915. Center fielder Paskert is 1 for 2. Red Ames has neither struck out nor walked a batter. Here's the delivery. Paskert cuts in the first pitch. Line to second base. Sammy Strang making a couple nice plays out there today at second base. Snags that one for out number 1 now. Rabbit Killiford perfect 2 for 2. He has a run batted in for the Phils. Here's the pitch from Red Ames. Killefer swings, and this one driven to center field, base hit. So this one gets down in front of Mike Donlin, and Killefer, his hitting ways continue. He is on first as Bert Niehoff comes up, having a great game today, 2 for 2, and he has a run batted in. Ames with a check of the runner. Here's the payoff pitch. Niehoff looks at a knee buckling, third strike, so Ames dropping a curveball in there. 2 down for George Chalmers, nothing for 2. Ames from the set deals. Chalmers swings, and little weak comeback to the mound. Red Ames will fire to first, side retired. The Phillies strand a base runner. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning here, 27 minutes into the game, and it is Dan McGann, Bill Dolan, and the Duke of Tralee. Well, it's coded into it. What can I say, Clinton? And this one driven to right field, base hit. Just use your imagination. All right, so runner aboard. I always like when people sort of go off on games. I'm not saying this to be snarky. My answer is right to the programmers. I have no control over what the game does is this. And there's probably a setting in out of the park baseball that I'm not seeing just for day games. With a billion options in out of the park, there must be. If there's not, do right to Marcus Hindson. Say, dude, we're in dead ball. Why are we having a night game? It kills immersion. All right, here we go. Runner on first, and the runner takes off. McGann slides, and he is in there. First stolen base of the season for Dan McGann, and he is on at second. All right, the count now. Bill Dolan back in at 1-1. Dolan swings high, shallow fly ball into center field, and Bancroft, covering a lot of range, makes the catch. Looked like at first that was going to go into no man's land, but Bancroft, with a lot of range there at short, will make the grab. So 1 out, we still are tied at 2, a runner in scoring position for the New York Giants, and Roger Bresnahan, who is 1 for 2. Here's the check of the runner, and Bresnahan grounds this one to third. The only play for Milt Stock will be to first. The Duke of Tralee is retired, and moving third to the play on the play is Dan McGann. Sammy Strang now, nothing for 1. The 2-1. Strang walked his last time up, grounder to third, and Stock making the 5-3 put out. So the New York Giants strand a runner. We go to the 7th, and we are still knotted at 2. It'll be Dave Bancroft, Milt Stock, and Fred Luteris. Very early polo grounds here, Clinton, and if you look, you can see Mike Silva doing a good job, even putting some folks out there in center field. So again, park done by Mike Silva and is all-in-one. He calls it a stadium mod. I call it a ballpark mod. Nonetheless, it's great and showing up in all kinds of other games too. All right, here's Beauty Bancroft. He is 1 for 3. Red Ames has fanned just 1 in this game. The count even at 2-2 on Bancroft. And Bancroft swings. This one softly hit into left field, base hit. Phillies picking up hit number 12, out hitting the Giants 12-6. So Bancroft aboard now for Milt Stock, who is 1 for 3. And we're going to switch everything up here into overview because it's a little easier to see base running. So there, we're out of batter's box now for the rest of the game. All right, Bancroft at first with good speed. Red Ames with the 1-0 delivery. And this one, just a little kind of swinging bunt and a bad throw off the hill there by Red Ames, and that will be an E1. And the runners move up. So Bancroft at second, Stock at first. Should have been an easy play for Ames to make anyhow. Throws it away. McGann has to chase it all the way to the stands on the right side of this big ballpark, which still doesn't have that cutout yet. Fred Luteris batting with 2 in scoring position, nobody out. Great chance for the Phillies to break this 2-2 tie. Phillies scoring their 2 runs in the 4th, and the Giants their 2 in the 5th. And that's where we are right now. 2 errors in this game. Both belong to the Gothams. Ames out of the stretch, and the 0-1. Fred Luteris swings this one, grounded to second, looking the runner back is Sammy Strang, and he fires onto Dan McGann. So 1 away now for Gavy Kravitz, and Kravitz does have power. Ames out of the stretch again, deals. And this one in the dirt, but Bresnahan blocking it, and good job for him, or this tie would have been broken up in a most ignominious way. Bresnahan sets up again, Ames out of the stretch, and the 1-0 to Gavy Kravitz. Kravitz swings, little flare to right field, and making the play is George Brown, and no way that Bancroft is going to run with Brown coming in on that little floater. So 2 down. Bills Becker needing a safety here. He's 1 for 3. The 1-0 pitch to Becker, who flied out last time up to center field. This one is sinking line to the right, base hit. Bills Becker comes through for the Phils, and the play at the plate, and this one is going to get by Bresnahan, and pulling into second is Bills Becker. So they're going to charge George Brown with the error, so scored E9. Milt Stock will come in to score. So 2 runs in here for Philadelphia. It's now 4-2 in the top of the 7th. Becker with incredible speed out there at second. Dode Paskert 1 for 3. Phil's lead 4-2 here in the top of the 7th. Red Ames with the 1-0 delivery. Paskert swings, liner to left, right into the glove of Sam Murdy's. So that retires the side, but the Philadelphia Phillies score 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 1 in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The 1915 Phillies 4, the 1905 Giants 2 here on our little Beatles Eternally Family Network. George Brown, Red Ames, Art Devlin will bat here for John McGraw's Giants. Killefer sets the target. George Chalmers has struck out 1, walked 2. The 2-2 pitch to George Brown, who singled back in the 5th. Brown sends this high fly ball to right. This one back, this one deep, and in front of the wall making the catch is Gavy Kravitz for out number 1. Here's Red Ames now. Chalmers has the target from Killefer, the wind, and the 0-1 pitch. Ames to sacrifice his last time. This one grounded deep in the hole. It's short, and they're not going to get Red Ames. Bancroft making a good play out there in the shallow left field grass. But Ames picking up the infield single, and that is hit number 7 for the New York Giants. The tying run now comes to the plate as we swing around to the top of the order. And Red Ames, who is 1 for 3, has a run batted in. And Cousins saying you missed a nice 19th century game earlier. That was a lot of fun. And Aaron Reed leading us in here. Take me out to the ball game. Chalmers deals. Devlin swinging on the first pitch. This one line to right. And ranging to his left, or to his right, and making the catch is Gavy Kravitz. Nice catch. 2 down. Ames gets back to first for Sam Murty's. Murty's with an RBI, 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. And the runner goes. Ames is going off to second. And up and throwing is Bill Killefer, but he's not going to get Red Ames, who picks up his first steal of the season. Red Ames with speed. 2 down. Sam Murty's back in the box. And the 1-0 delivery. Murty swings. High fly ball left field. And running to his left and making the catch is Bills Becker. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A man left in scoring position. And we head to the 8th and the 1915 Phillies 4, the 1905 Giants 2. And thank you for coming in, guys, and watching a little baseball. A lot of competition tonight, but you know, I don't like to broadcast when others are, but when there's that many people broadcasting, I figure, what the hell, might as well. Although I do like to support the channels of others, and do. All right, Bill Killefer. Don't know why I'm a baseball jag on a baseball jag today, but loving it. Killefer, Niehoff, and Chalmers. Red Ames deals the count 2-2 on Killefer. Killefer swings, and he's not going to be 4 for 4 this time. Grounded to Devlin, and Rabbit Bill is out. Bert Niehoff, almost as good, 2 for 3 with a run batted in. Red Ames with the 0-1 pitch. Niehoff struck out his last time up, swings on this one, hard grounder, deep to short. And good play by Bill Dolan, high throw, pulled down by Dan McGann for out number 2 here. Good crowd here today at the Polo Grounds. Chalmers, nothing for 3, so not able to match his mound opponent in hits. The 0-2 to Chalmers with 2 down. Chalmers swing and a miss on the fastball. Nothing across for Philadelphia. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Philadelphia 4, New York 2, and it'll be the heart of the Giants' order. Mike Donlin, Dan McGann, and Bad Bill Dolan. Chalmers with the 0-2 delivery to Dolan. Dolan swings, and this one driven to left. This one high. This one is deep into the gap, and this one bouncing off the barrier out there, off the crowd, and they're going to give him the double. So the crowd back there trying to pull back behind the barrier to maybe let Donlin get to third, but ground rule doubles. It does get into the crowd. Here's Dan McGann now. McGann 1 for 2. Chalmers checks the runner. Full count on McGann. McGann, little number out in front of the plate. And McGann down to first, but Killefer getting to it and fires onto Fred Luderus for the 2-3 put out. Mike Donlin moves to third on the play. Here's Bill Donlin now. Nothing for 2. Donlin, potential third run, just 90 feet away. Chalmers deals from the stretch. Donlin swings, driven to left, base hit. And Donlin has himself an RBI. Donlin going for 2 as the throw hits the cutoff man. So the Giants inching closer. It's now 4-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Good dead ball game going on here. As the Duke of Tralee steps in, he is 1 for 3. Bill Dolan scoring position with 1 out, and Dolan a speedy runner. And had a good right hook from what I understand. George Chalmers with the 2-1 to Bresnahan. Bresnahan swings just a little grounder to second. The only play for Niehoff will be to first. Bresnahan cut down for out number 2. Dolan moves to third on the play, and here is Sammy Strang. Nothing in 2 attempts, 2 away. Chalmers with the 1-2. Strang swings, grounder to short, and that's going to be Bancroft all the way, side retired. The Giants pick up a big run on 2 hits, no errors, a runner left at third. We go to the 9th. Philadelphia looking for insurance here, leading 4-3, and it will be the top of the order for the 1915 Philadelphia Phillies. Dave Bancroft, Milt Stock, and Fred Luderus. Dave Bancroft, 2 for 4 in this game for the Hall of Fame shortstop. Red Ames with 2 strikeouts. Looking to keep these Phillies quiet. When we go to the Giant 9th, it would be the bottom of the order. George Brown, Red Ames, and then back around to Art Devlin at the top. Red Ames with the 1-2 delivery to Bancroft. Base hit back in the 7th. Bancroft drills this one to center field. Base hit. Bancroft aboard. Thought about second. He will hold at first. Phillies, base hit number 14. Bancroft, known to steal some bases, and here's Milt Stock. He is 1 for 3. Bancroft, good lead off at first. Ames checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Milt Stock with a sacrifice last time. He's going to sacrifice this time as well. So Bancroft moving to second, and it's those dead ball tactics. So here is Fred Luderus now. Luderus 1 for 4. Phillies with potential run number 5 in scoring position at second with a speedy Dave Bancroft. Ames eyes up Luderus and the 1-0 delivery. Luderus bounced out as last time. High fly ball. This one out in the alley in left field, and the Phillies are going to have themselves some insurance. And chugging for third, and he is going to make it with the head first slide is Fred Luderus picking up the RBI, triple, scoring Dave Bancroft and the 1915 Phillies here in the top of the ninth, leading the 1905 New York Giants 5-3. One down. Luderus at third brings up Gavy Kravitz. The power hitter on this Phillies team is 1 for 4. Ames checks Luderus dancing down the line some at third. Payoff pitch to Kravitz, who flied out to right his last time up. Base hit up the middle. Kravitz picks up the RBI single. Philadelphia, with its 6th run of the game, now lead these Giants 6-3. Still one out. Phillies looking to start the season at 2 wins and no losses. And here's Bills Becker. He is 2 for 4, 2 runs batted in. Kravitz leads off first. Ames with the 0-2 delivery to Becker, and Becker goes down swinging. Third strikeout for Red Ames in the game. 2 away for Dode Paskert. 1 for 4. Kravitz at first. And Paskert, and this is a wild pitch. This one gets away from Red Ames. And running down to second and standing in there with a big grin on his face is Gavy Kravitz. So Philadelphia looking to add more here, plating 2 in the ninth. The 2-2 pitch coming to Dode Paskert. Paskert swings. This one a weak little grounder to short. And gloving it, double pumping is Bill Dolan. And that will retire the side. However, the 1915 Phillies pick up 2 runs. And they leave 1. We go to the bottom of the ninth. It's the Phillies 6 and the Giants 3. Good day for Cousin Ken Castro if these Phillies hang on to win some 19th century baseball and a Phillies victory and a 2-0 start in this league that he and I put together. So fun. George Brown, Red Ames, and Art Devlin due up for the Giants. 1 for 2, George Brown on the day. Chalmers deals. George Brown flied out back in the 7th, and this one, fly ball, and this will get down for a base hit. So the Giants now with a speedy George Brown at first, and that's hit number 10. 26 hits between these two teams, 3 errors in the game, all committed by the Giants. Pinch hitter now, Frank Bowerman, so Red Ames done here. Bowerman 0 for 1 on the young season. George Brown with serious wheels at first. Chalmers checks the runner, George Brown. The 1-1 pitch to Frank Bowerman. Bowerman swings, and this is going to be just a little shallow fly ball to center field, and trotting over to his right and making the catch is center fielder Dode Paskert. 1 away, George Brown gets back to first. Here's Art Devlin. 1 for 4, he's batted in 1. Brown aggressive lead off of first. Chalmers checks the runner, and he comes home with it. The 1-1 pitch, and this one grounded to short. They will not turn 2. Hard slide there at second that knocks Beauty Bancroft into a somersault upward, and the East German judges score it a 9. All right, so Devlin aboard, 2 down. Sam Murdy's represents trying to keep it going here. Devlin has speed. Murdy's 1 for 4 with a run batted in. Phillies looking to get off to a 2-0 start. The 0-1 pitch to Sam Murdy's, who flied out his last time. Grounded to third. This will be your ball game as Stock fires on to second to retire Devlin and decide. The 1905 Giants fall 6-3 to the 1915 Philadelphia Phillies. Let's look at the recap. 1915 Philadelphia picked up a win at Polo Grounds, toppling the 1905 Giants 6-3. George Chalmers was one of the reasons the Phillies triumphed. Chalmers, now 1 win, no losses, was the winner. 9 innings, he gave up 10 hits while striking out 1, walking 2, and allowing 3 runs. Philadelphia, 1915, are 2-0 now with this win. The Phillies of 1915 took advantage of an error at the top of the 7th inning. The game was tied 2-2 when Bills Becker hit a 2-run single that was misplayed to put Philadelphia in front 4-2, and they never looked back, baseball fans. So Chalmers gets the win for Philadelphia. 9 innings, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks, a strikeout. Red Ames takes the loss for the Giants. 9 innings, 6 runs, 4 earned. and he struck out 3. So that was fun. That was fun. Definitely a great day of baseball. I think so. We're going to not autoplay these. I'm going to take this season kind of a little bit more slowly. But we will have a quick look at the standings just to make sure that everybody's at least played one game. And indeed they have. So right now in the Radbourne division, which is the 19th century teams, the Cleveland Spiders off to a 2-0 start. And let us go to the Wagner side, and we have 3 teams off to a 2-0 start: the 1915 Phillies, the 1902 Pirates, and the 1914 Miracle Braves. And I guess that does it, guys. I think you guys are all baseballed out, so we're going to let it go at that. Thank you to Cousin Ken Castro, to Aaron Reed, Clinton Parks, Sakuni 007, and that was it. Aaron Reed. Got you, Aaron Reed. And that is it, guys. Till the next time, see you around the batting cage. Enjoy whatever you roll up or play tonight. I think I'm going to continue and play some baseball offline. So take care, guys, because I haven't had enough baseball yet. Good night.